Now, Sonic Advance is a game that came out for the Game Boy Advance back in 2001. Or at least that's what I remember from the cartridge I used to look at. It consists of you playing as 4 of the main characters. Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. And you just do the same thing with each one of them, yada yada yada. The question is, was it a good game, and what do I think about it? While the gameplay, while the gameplay isn't necessarily good, it isn't also necessarily bad. The way I can best describe the gameplay is, you go one way, maybe change directions a couple times. That's it. I mean, there isn't really much to it. It plays pretty much like how the original game played, and it's not really bad for it, and it's not really necessarily good for it. It's just right in the middle. It's just what it's supposed to be for a Sonic game. The music in Sonic Advance is probably its lesser strong suit. It doesn't have any very much memorable music, as most of it is just what it needs to be. Nobody really remembers any of the music for that much. I mean, I remember a couple songs, but this is a couple songs. For the most part, the music is just bare bone. It needs to be what it needs to be, but at the very least, at least they tried on some songs. So, yeah. Honestly, I think the atmosphere is probably the most strong suit of this bunch, as their real creativity stands out here. The first level starts on a beach. Not really sure why though. Wish they had a little bit more on the story plot. We'll get into that later. But yeah, I mean, you go from a base to like a carnival field, and it's really good. And honestly, I find a lot of my time just looking into the background. Like during my gameplay, during the gameplay I made of Sonic, I mentioned how there was 2 frog-like creatures, at least seemingly, in the background. It's really like that. The atmosphere is really around it so good that you just look into the background. So I have to applaud them for their creativity. Also, you flying up on a ship sounds amazing, which really it is, because I mean, who would have think that Sonic would be on a ship and then the ship breaks, so you have to get to the other thing pretty fast. That shows creativity, so good on them. Okay, so the story in this game is lackluster. It's really just Chaos Hammer falls into Eggman's hands, and that's it. He just wants to do bad stuff now. Really nothing else to it. I mean, that's it for the story. As for everything else, the character selection is pretty cool. You can play as different characters. They do have somewhat uniqueness to them, but just about everyone can spin dash except for Amy, who cannot spin dash, and is probably the most uniquest of all the characters, that she has to use her hammer to do literally everything. Her hammer is basically universal. Which is honestly why I named my title that one time Amy can't spin dash, because she literally can't for whatever reason in that game. And also because it makes her honestly one of the best of the best. I mean, she can hit her hammer really hard. She can jump with her hammer higher than everyone else can, and also she can like do like a weird thing where she jumps and then falls on her face. I'm not really sure why you would ever need to do that, but if you want to do it, you can. It's really funny and really cool. So, yeah. Okay, so, I think overall I would give it a 7.7 out of 10. It's a pretty good game, and I recommend playing it if you happen to have a handheld on you, or you have a Game Boy thing. It's a pretty fun game. I played it a couple times, get bored of it, and then move on. That's what I feel like a game it is. It's not an 8 where you can play it, replay it, and not get bored of it. Because even the extra stage gets kind of boring. So yeah, it's a game you play once or twice, and then keep it moving. That's what I feel about the game. 7.7, pretty good. And that does this review. Thank you guys for watching, if you even watch. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. dhtax out.